finally getting their day in the Supreme Court.
Now, under Obamacare, they were required to offer contraceptives as part of their insurance offerings to their employees being nuns. Joining us live from Washington is Diana Verm. She's the attorney for the sisters, and she's also the senior counsel from Becket. Diana, thanks for joining us this morning. Let's start at the beginning. Who are the Little Sisters? What's their mission? And what's the government trying to do here?
Sure. So the Little Sisters is an order of nuns, and their mission is to serve the elderly poor. So they serve the poor in their final moments, and it's really beautiful to see some of the work that they do. In 2016, they went to the Supreme Court asking for an exemption from the contraceptive mandate that would have required them to include in their health plans things like Plan B, the week after pill. The Supreme Court protected them and told the government to find a solution that would work for everyone. The government did that. They issued an exemption, and in 2017, states immediately sued the government over those exemptions. So the Little Sisters are back in court asking the government to protect them once again from the mandate. It seems crazy to say that we're in a situation where the states are telling the federal government that they have to force nuns to provide contraceptives to their employees, but that's where we are.
Diana, I want to get a little bit deeper into the litigation of it. There are two states involved here. That is California and Pennsylvania. Curious here, why do they even care? Why are they taking action here?
The states are arguing that the federal government doesn't have the authority to issue a religious exemption for the Little Sisters, but they haven't come up with anyone who is harmed by this exemption. So they haven't been able to provide any women who are going to lose contraceptives as a result of this. If there's anything we've learned over the course of this litigation, it's been going on for almost a decade now, it's that the government doesn't need nuns to get contraceptives to women. Pennsylvania has other programs in place to get these things to women. There's other ways to do this.
Now, this is obviously an example of government overreach into religious beliefs of Americans. But tell us about some other groups that have been affected by this ruling forcing religious institutions to go against their beliefs and offer contraception.
Sure. So it's the Little Sisters of the Poor in this case, but there's lots of religious groups that have sued the government over the contraceptive mandate that could be affected by this lawsuit. So religious universities, other religious nonprofits, and the arguments that the states are making really go to whether or not the government can exempt anyone from any law. So the Little Sisters are really standing up for the rights of religious believers of all faiths.
Nuns having to take contraceptives, obviously this is, you look at this and you're thinking, how could this even happen here? How are our nuns doing today, and then what happens next?
Sure. So the Little Sisters of the Poor are hopeful that this will be their last stop at the Supreme Court and that the court took this case to end the litigation once and for all. It's been going on for almost a decade. It's really the states dredging up old culture wars. So we're hopeful that the Little Sisters of the Poor will be able to get back to focusing on their ministry for the poor.
All right. That's Diana Verm. She's a senior counsel at Becket. Thanks for joining us.